Hey everybody, it's Friday. What is up? I'm Saturn Dave. This is
I'm
Trainoko.
Trainoko.
Welcome to SHIRO
Dang
Show.
it. We'll get it eventually.
No,
I'll
it's
let
right
you do the
there. I just
introduction now.
you have a name tag right in front of you. It says Trainoko.
I know. I said Trainoko. We just said it at the same time.
Yeah, Trainoko. Okay.
We just I just am not getting like we need to figure out if you're gonna do the introduction or I'm gonna say my name or what. I think I'm just
Oh.
gonna let you do it.
Oh yeah,
So,
I've been doing the introduction, but that's cool.
Oh, I'm trying to. You just do the introduction. That's cool.
Maybe we should
We'll
talk
figure
about
it
it
out.
sometime instead of just shooting from the hip.
Nah, that's not.
Because
fun. Then
honestly,
we'll have
we've
fun-
never actually talked about it.
We won't have fun conversations like this if we don't.
Yeah, I know, right? How's everybody
Exactly.
doing? Another week. Another week,
Another
more Saturn
Shiro
news.
Show. Yeah.
Another SHIRO
Saturn
show.
News,
We got
Sega news.
We got like a blackish background today. We're gonna be streaming some DeathMask, so that's gonna be
Nice.
fun. That's gonna be fun.
Hold on. We're doing DeathMask. I thought that's in Japanese, right? How you gonna understand it?
Well, it was in Japanese till some crazy, till some crazy son of a bitch decided to do something about it. No, I don't know. Like, so last week we kind of solicited folks to help out with this. And I didn't know that it was going to be Kay. I didn't know that Kay was going to just like raise his hand and be like, okay, I'll work on it. And like in 1 week, he has worked, albeit admittedly, like Night of Dragon has, even though he said, look, I don't have time for this, I can't work on it, he's still helped a lot. And he's given a lot of information, a lot of good guidance and tools, and his patcher to be able to get this thing up and running. And like we're down to the line here. We're down to the line. Kay gave me the image, not just an hour ago, basically, and I got it onto my satiator, booted it up, and I'm just like, seriously, it works. So I'm amazed. I'm amazed. So
We asked, and we had received.
seriously,
Did we want to start that as the news? Like, just pull up the article, like the old
yeah,
one. We can.
yeah. Why not? Why not?
Go over that.
Let me enable the browser
might as well
here.
start off on a high note, as in like high, as in like we're the highest we possibly could be. So
Yeah, like literally, I wasn't
introduction?
wasn't trying to like I don't know, hound folks about it. I just literally didn't want it to get lost in the cracks. People have like, there's a lot of projects going on, lots of folks are busy, and this is like, I'm a huge cyberpunk fan, and I also love B horror films. I love like the cheesy kind of FMV stuff as well, even though I know that's like an acquired taste. And this game, just like when I saw that there was English language videos assets available in the PC version, I was just like, oh, we gotta have this. You know, this would be great. We got, and it's true motion too, you know. And we happen to be on pretty good speaking terms with Eric Amarez, you know, and we did an interview with him. Well, I was not present for that interview, so I'm kind of jelly on that. But Kay kind of headed up that interview because he's good friends with Eric, and yeah, I just felt like
I think I missed the Ken Lo one, so we're kind of even on that end.
yeah, it's, you know, it's cool, but basically I just felt like we can't pass up the opportunity to do this. And then like last week Kay was like, okay, so get to the point, Dave, what's the ask? And I was like, I just want somebody to come along and volunteer for this, or at least maybe a couple people to get together and work on it. And didn't know it was going to be Kay, but yeah, a murder of crows, people, our very own. And he of course has been working with Night of Dragon a lot, so huge shouts to Night of Dragon. Dude's super busy, and he's like got his hands in many cookie jars, but or I don't know what, for lack of a better word, but yeah, cool.
He's the overlord of all things Saturn development.
This is correct.
Like, you ever watch Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember that part where like the secretaries, they have their fingers and they like sprout into like all these little fingers in the keyboard?
Yes.
I kind of imagine that's what Night of Dragon does. Is that he just has 25 bajillion fingers all over keyboards, just hitting keys and leveling and audio cueing.
Yeah.
And being a robot. In the kindest terms. A cool cyborg, man.
Well, huge shouts to you guys. Thank you for taking this seriously, I guess. And I mean, literally, it just started as something I posted in the discussion. Like, wouldn't this be cool? And a couple weeks later, it's something. You know, like this is turning into something. So I'm very excited. in a selfish
Yeah,
way.
actually-
I'm very excited.
Yeah, actually, Kay's in the chat if he wants to give
Yeah.
a couple words on this project.
Yes. Well, we're going to talk about it.
free to unmute.
Yeah, but go ahead and unmute him if he wants to talk about it. It's
Yeah.
news.
Oh, he can unmute, yeah. Ooh, he walked away real quick.
He walked away. Oh no, he went to get a sandwich or something. Okay, so
Yeah. Oh, no, you're
oh, there he is.
And
Okay.
there's not really, there's just not really much to say about it. I mean, you guys conceptualized it, and the only reason I got involved was because it seemed like a curiosity factor, more than
I'm
anything
glad.
else.
I'm glad that you were curious about it. I mean, does this not seem like up your alley, like with the whole dark thing and vibe and the no? I don't want to.
I like noir.
Yeah.
And this is definitely like kind of shoots up that. And I've been getting into modern FMV games a lot. Like the Madness of Doctor whatever his name was.
Yeah.
So it did kind of hit, and
Yeah.
it's nice to see something like this not, like as you say, fall through the cracks, right?
Mhm.
Like, if we could really do it, I'm sure that our Saturn fan base would probably love to see every game in from Japanese or any language, really. Just kind of remove the language barrier entirely.
Yeah.
But
I hope I
this was
didn't.
okay.
I hope I didn't. Like undersell, or like I hope I didn't characterize it as like, I think I perhaps characterized it as like this super easy project, when of course like there's actually a lot of work involved, and of course I'm not, I'm technical on some things, but this is definitely beyond me. It's something that I definitely would have needed someone like you, someone like Night of Dragon to get involved so that it could actually come to fruition. So I'm just trying to get the word out there, and I'm just glad that you were willing to answer the call. And we've actually had someone else recently join the Discord server offering to help. So that's the good thing, is that there's a lot of people interested and willing to help. That's what I love about this community. Folks aren't afraid to get their hands dirty.
Exactly, and it's kind of funny because I remember Kay and I were arguing what the best approach to this would be, and I think I did think that there's both valid approaches to doing this, like either through programming and fixing the timing, or editing through video. And, hopefully there'll be a way to be able, because I think the programming approach is the best one, but I think it'd be the most difficult in terms of time spent trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
After having worked on it for the week, I didn't have any knowledge of how the game actually functioned. I was making some assumptions because I'd never seen it. I never touched either one of them. And so once it was proven that the video swap and audio swap was possible, because there was an approach that Night of Dragon had brought up where possibly converting the original video from the PC version to the Saturn because of the higher quality of video. And so I kind of got fixated on that idea. Like, if this was a best case scenario, we'd have the better quality video of the PC version injected into the Saturn version. But it ended up being much easier to just remux the English audio with the Japanese video. Therein, however, interestingly enough, as I went through that rabbit hole, I found that there are a lot of videos that the Japanese audio is like shorter by about anywhere from 2 to 5 seconds. So I don't want anyone to get like the wrong impression of what you guys will be streaming is, or what I produced here was for today. It is a proof of concept.
Right.
The audio in some of the sections are going to be cut off, and if there's any sort of lip movement, most of them will probably be a little bit out of sync.
Right.
This was quick and dirty. It was not meant to be a quality project, just to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
but I did get to play around with editing like two of the very beginning sections, the intro sections. I guess it's like Act 1 and Act 2, based on the PC and the PlayStation version. And I was able to get the lip syncing a little bit better than I thought I was going to be able to. So, if anyone does put in like the true time and effort, this was a week, if that.
And you were also working a lot in between.
Yeah, I actually did this during my downtime at work for the most part. But yeah, this could prove to be like a really quality project. Just, some things to keep in mind. There's probably on that first disc at least 11 files that have no English. And so you might run into that. It's almost now an Easter egg hunt or a bug hunt, right? Trying to find where those, Japanese audio only sections are. And if you can find it, cool. That means that we have to probably find someone to do voiceover or something.
Right.
Just have me do the voices really badly.
Yeah, we can have Pat do it. Just kidding.
Do all the bad voices. But I thought it was interesting that you mentioned that there's actually video on the Saturn disc that isn't in the PC version, right?
Yeah, so based on like what was released, I started putting together a spreadsheet just to map out the files, because one of the things that Night Dragon had pointed out was that there are file name differences between the two. Like a lot of it worked out and they were just like exactly the same file name. You knew exactly what you were trying to get across, but some just didn't match up, and you had to go hunting for those files to get them matched. And during that process, I was able to figure out that there are some videos and audio on the PC side that the Saturn doesn't have, and vice versa. So mostly I don't believe it has anything to do much with story. It's more like background. Like there's a little PDA thing that comes up that tells you about objects. And there are certain objects that are... there's video available in the Saturn version. I don't want to like give away spoilers, but
right,
it isn't in the English version at all. So
interesting. So this could turn to like a deluxe version of DeathMask in that case, right?
I think it would be kind of interesting if we really dug down the rabbit hole and maybe tried to find like lost cuts. When I was doing the mapping on the spread, like people can look at the spreadsheet and see it, but there's like an entire act that's missing out of the PC version. That's yeah, and then there's like some I think they're just like a couple of scenes in a couple of various acts. So overall, there's a decent amount of content that didn't make it to one or the other. And I figure that since it's listed on the files as an act, right? Like in a story or a play or a TV show or something, that somewhere somebody has all of the originally created video for everything. And if you could ever find that and get it encoded in True Motion, you could put together the entire story as in like an uncut thing. Right. And I saw that smile, so wheels are turning, right? People could probably find interviews or like, oh yeah, I worked on that game back in '96.
Yeah.
I'm interested though. I do think a rough concept is really cool and it's really cool that you went about and doing this. It kind of makes me want to. It kind of makes me want to see if I could help out in some way or another. You
should, if you have the time. I mean, you're kind of busy, Pat, but if you have the time, you should. Guys should team up.
I do. I definitely think there should be some discussion that is had about that, because
he's put together a huge spreadsheet, right? Sorry.
Yeah. Like there's I just signed. The thing is that there's, like you said, there's a lot, and I just signed up for another fan translation that somebody's working on. That's kind of hush hush at the moment.
Okay, you're busy then.
But I kind of do. That's one of the things where I want to work on everything, but I don't know if I have the time to work on it.
Yeah.
It's something that.
If like this ended up becoming like a SHIRO translation, just like the guys that had been on the old podcast and stuff.
we put our money where our mouth is.
Right.
Well, I guess that means Knight of Dragon will have to be a honorary, right?
So,
No.
Yeah.
Let's you know what? Let's put a pin in this, and we'll come back to it when we stream, okay? Because we're gonna have a lot more time to talk about it, but we need to move on.
Sure.
So keep the whatever thoughts, be thinking about what you want to say about it when I come to stream it. But
let me go through out this one last aspect.
oh, okay.
If people do decide that they want to help, this isn't heavy on the programming side, but it's definitely people who have audio or video editing skills more than anything else.
Right. Which, I think that makes sense why you kind of stepped forward, because you've done like a documentary before. You've done a lot of, you're a musician, you've done a lot of audio video. So that's kind of your wheelhouse on top of the technical stuff. But yeah, basically, Kay's mapped out this project, what needs to be done on a spreadsheet. And if anybody wants to join the SHIRO Discord and kind of, get up to speed, he's listed some things, folks can seriously help out. That would be great.